What up? It's TR, the host of the Rhythmic Resonance podcast. I just wanted to make a few announcements moving forward for 2026. First of all, I want to stress how grateful I am to the community for supporting the podcast. Definitely have gone over what I originally envisioned for this podcast to be. It started out as me talking about my own life, and then it very quickly turned into having conversations with other people, and it didn't necessarily start the way I thought it would. But it very quickly turned into something that I think is important for the community. So I really do want to say how grateful I am to the community for supporting and for listening every time I drop an episode. We made it to the end of season 1, and I worked hard. I grinded. I can't say much else than that, So I'm very grateful for everyone who has just been reposting clips, sharing it with people, listening. It's huge to start something and have the rewards of that shine through. And so I just wanted to take some time and talk about that and how, blessed and grateful I am to be able to do this. Second of all, moving into the next season, I do want to stress the importance of getting out of maybe a specific genre that I've been sitting in. The hip hop genre is the genre that I really love and know the best, I would say. And so I did lean in that direction to interviewing people who make hip hop music, or alternative hip hop, even underground. But, hip hop is not everything, especially in Montana. It's not the one genre that I want to see succeed. It's really just the one that I know. And so I really leaned in on my connections and the people that I do know, which is a large amount of people. There were even some guests that I had on that I had never even met before we sat down for the episode. So it was cool to meet more people, to get a better grasp of the scene, and the perspectives that people have of the scene and their experiences in it. I think that's super important and definitely something that's worth documenting. There's not a lot of verbal history on the hip hop genre, and even as that hip hop genre was getting started, in Montana, Instagram was really starting to come online. MySpace had been a big thing for a while, but there's not tons of physical media for the documentation of hip hop. So I really wanted to start with what I knew, start with what I, am the most passionate about, just being a producer and a vocal artist as well within that genre. So I do want to stand on that idea of creating a platform for artists to be known, and to get recognition, because we really don't get to meet people all the time or see people or hear about where they grew up or what their life was like as a kid or what led them to even start creating. And I find it personally interesting to know those things just because I am a fan of music and art in general. So want to continue to stress the importance of creating this platform for artists. On a quick sidebar, as I've created this and been releasing episodes, I've had so many people reach out that maybe misunderstand what this podcast is about. Just random people who are like, yo, I live in Montana, interview me or interview my friend. They do this or they do that. And that's not what this is about. This is about music. This is about art. This is about creatives. It might not have to sit within a specific musical genre, but the goal is to talk to artists, creatives, people involved in the community who have ties to those things. I'm not necessarily interested in interviewing your cousin that rides bull and can do handstands while chugging a beer, you know? So I want to stress the importance of that's what this podcast is about, is documenting the art scene, and really standing on that. The third thing I want to touch base on is I will be taking a short hiatus from the pod for a few months, as I've been selected to be a part of Last of the Nobodies Volume 2, and I'm super excited about that. I actually get to interview people there and use the episodes as kind of a way to understand the process of that experience, and I get to talk with the artists and people a part of that who are there. So I think that's a really cool collaboration in the future of the pod, and that will be kind of all of season 2 is 10 days of music creation, but I will not be releasing any new episodes until post-production of that. So that'll be somewhere around the end of April or June, July, kind of. So there will be a short break in the episodes releases. That doesn't mean I stopped doing the pod or anything like that. I'm taking a break, and I really want to work on revamping and reworking the pod as necessary. I think it's important to always be evolving. I think it's started out amazing, but there are small things I think that I can adjust to really make it better and make it just a more intentional thing. So I'm very excited moving forward into this new year, just to continue doing what I love to do. The fourth and final thing is that, like, I love doing this. It's very exciting to have the opportunity to talk with people, to meet people. But I do want to stress the importance of just making it pure, making it about the art, making it about the music. The Montana music community is an enigma to me. I'm learning as I get to know more about it. It is quite the enigma. There's pockets, there's holes, there's what some would say a small ceiling. And so uncovering that through conversation is really interesting to me. But I think the importance of discovering these things and letting people know that there is talent in this community and they deserve to be heard is important. This isn't about me. This isn't about my quest for fame or recognition by any means. It's because I love community. I love what community can do, the power that it has had in even my own life, and the power that I know it can inflict into other people and rejuvenate them and build them up. So this podcast is not about me. It's about the people, because the beautiful people in this community make it what it is. And so highlighting those people, I think, is a respect that I want to continue to uphold as I move forward with the podcast. So that's really all of the big updates that I have moving into this new year. Again, I want to thank everyone who's been a part of supporting, listening, sharing. I do want to get some cool merch going for people who are a part of it. And, if you're just like a fan of listening to it, creating cool merch like that is just a fun idea to connect with the community and the group of support that I've found by doing this. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to all of season 1. If you haven't, go and check it out. There's so many dope people on there, and I can't stress enough that a lot of those people have personally impacted me in great ways. So go and listen, get yourself updated on the people who are in this community, and keep rocking on. All love. Peace.